This is an old construction block right there, and right there. So now I'm going to have to double this, and in order to do that, I'm going to get a template of where I need to cut through that tile and get the vacuum out, get all this dust up, and make sure that this wire has no power. There's a 2x4 right here, and it looks like I'm good on that side. I feel nothing on this side. If not, we're gonna be cutting through it anyways. I feel some lathe, and oh yeah, this should work. Should work well. Same that was in there. But let me get to it and get prepared. I got my grinder out, my drill, my vacuum, and that box right there contains all my electrical stuff to make sure that we don't have power. Let me get that tool out now. And let me adjust this. Again, this is one of my videos on basically no editing, so let's see how well it goes. So let's check the power, make sure it don't have any power. To make sure it don't have any power, this is a tester right here. Hold the button, turns on. That's the negative, got a ground. We have power. Now this wire is ran to, this is near water, ran to a GFI that is right here. GFI switch behind this TV. So we're gonna turn this off. That'll break the power to that. So we are working with no power now. We are good. So now we have to make this hole bigger, right? Done with this. We have to go from this to this. Now, how do we do that? Let's start by putting these inside. Right here. They're not going to go anywhere. Get them out the way. These wires, don't worry about those. Get them out the way. Okay. This box right here is for old construction. You have two different types. New construction typically has nails like this. The nail or tack to the 2x4, the framing behind the wall. These right here is for old construction. So I have a 2x4 right here, but I'm gonna go to the left right here. I mean to my right. Now, when you put this box in, after you cut that hole a little bigger, you screw these screws right here, and it opens this tab, and then brings the box flush with the wall. So it basically pinches like this to stay in place rather than nailing. And you have two of those tabs. So this is for old construction, like we have here, not an exposed wall to nail to. Can't nail two nails sideways. Old construction, I think this is an 18 cubic box. So again, this is the same depth as what was in there prior. There was an old construction box in there, but when I was taking this one out, the tab fell off. So this is now garbage. I could have reused it. So I need a template for that. And for that, I'm going to need a marker. So let me get this marker together and see where I need to cut. Okay, so that's where the old one is, and there's a little bit of drywall behind there. So I don't want to, you see how that is in there. I need to get this above them tabs right here to make it go in there like the old one was. So basically I'm going to come over here and mark this on the right. Okay, and then I'm going to I'll mark this right here flush with that. Moved on me a little bit. Let me get back centered. And again on the bottom. Okay, so basically I need to start working with that. Now let me get this vacuum, a battery in this vacuum, so I can control the dust a little bit. I just got a shop vac right here. That was odd. I don't know, it just kind of shut off by itself. But shop vac right here. We'll clean this up real quick. Now to cut this right here, I'm going to use a grinder. This grinder has a diamond blade on it to cut through this tile, this backsplash. Let me adjust this wheel. Right. Okay. And now we cut along our lines. Make this to where this box fits in there. Seems like that wheel was off center. It was vibrating. That's not normal. Okay, I'm back. This is secured. I just didn't have this tightened on there tight enough. This adapter makes it really easy to change blades on the grinder. All you do is hold the button and twist this. Goes on and off. So I just wasn't, it wasn't on there all the way. So secured that. Now let's get to cutting. Much smoother. Now with this you should be wearing glasses because that porcelain can get in your eyes. Okay, so that's cut. Now let's try to, it's still right here. Now basically when you're cutting this, you want to try and make the least amount of damage to the surrounding area, because these will chip when you're using a grinder like that. So basically I need to cut a little bit more right here, it looks like, and I should be good. Like that. Now to get this out right here, the porcelain's already cut. I got a little bit of drywall right here. So what I'm gonna do is go get the multi-tool and then make a nice clean cut around that. So let me go grab that and I'll be right back again.
Right there.
Okay, got the multi-tool right here. This one is a DeWalt brand. I like it because the blade stores it really easy. Blade stores backwards like that, and that's how easily you can change the blade. Really, really nice tool. Most of my tools are Ryobi, but had to go with this one on this tool right here. So let's get this out. Just like that. Looks like I have a nail right there. I might be able to get my grinder in there. That nail's gonna bother me. That wood is moving also, but worst case scenario, I'll cut that wood out. But you can see a nail right there, wire running from that GFI switch to my right. That's hole is, let's see what it does. And it's a tight fit, that's kind of what I want. Right here, I might have to, that top right corner a little bit, but that's about it. So let's see if I can address that. Might not even have to deal with that. Okay, bottom right. How's that bottom right coming? Okay. Okay, a little bit more. Basically, that's all we're gonna do. We're just gonna finesse it in there and then tighten them tabs like I was showing you earlier. See how tight that is? I don't want that. I may have to go get a flathead screwdriver to pull this back out. So, yeah, see, that's too tight. So, let me go grab this flathead screwdriver and some pliers and get it out. Precision. I might be able to push on it a little bit. Looks like I'll be able to make it work. So there you go. I'll end up doing that. Let me take this back out. Okay. Grab this wire. And feed this. Which way do I want to go with it? Right here. Okay, so I'm going to open this up a little bit more and bring this tab to the tip of the screw. here for maximum thickness of the wall, because I got the, it looks like 1/2-inch drywall right there. Now that I think about it, it might just be plaster, because there's lathe back there too. So I got plaster, maybe 1/2-inch, 3/4 inch, and then the tile. So I want it as thick as possible. Fold that down, fold that down. Okay. Okay, it's in there. Down, down. This right here gets pushed into here, and that holds the wire in place. Okay. Okay, that feeds through there. All right, got my wire in there. Let's see, it makes it to where. Okay. And now let's tighten the screw. It's a little bit crooked. I'm not happy with that. Okay, and it's crooked because right here the tile broke, but that's not a big deal for the most part. It's flush. Plate will go on there nice and easy. Okay, so now I need to go get some wire, because this is basically gonna jump from one outlet to the next. So it's gonna go from here to here. Okay, so it's gonna jump from here to here, and then both of them will have power. So I basically got a daisy chain. These two outlets, basically I got a TV right here, just in case anybody wants to question. This should be 10 wire. Is probably what you're thinking. 10 is the thickness, the gauge. This is 12. So this is 12 2 wire. 1, 2, and the gauge is 12. Kitchens mainly should be ran in 10 2. It's a yellow casing. But these two outlets are ran. It was just ran this outlet, which supplies our TV. And it has a GFI switch. And then I added this later. So these are literally the only two outlets on this wire. So that's why I ended up going with 12, because it's literally a TV, Apple TV, and some cell phones and stuff. So let me go grab this wire and I'll be back. Hello everybody. So as you can see, I'm wearing something different. I'm a little bit upset because I don't know what my camera was doing yesterday. I have a GoPro Hero 7 and it decided to have a mind of its own yesterday, and I lost some footage. Basically the footage that I lost is the actual wiring of the outlets, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it apart because I'm aggravated. But I'm gonna take this faceplate out, I'm gonna take the outlets out, and I'm gonna explain to you how I wired it, and include this in the small edit that I had to do. It's a long video, but basically I'm showing you guys step by step how to expand one outlet from one outlet to two, also some wiring, You know, so there's a lot going on, and you basically seen the whole process from start to finish, including testing the wire, turning off the electricity and everything. If I miss something, hopefully you'll be patient with me, because like I said, my camera decided to do 1 minute video clips. So today I updated my GoPro, made sure the time and date was right. I made sure the settings were all good. So now I shouldn't be having these problems. So lesson learned on my behalf. Like, check your settings, check your camera, do a little test run, because I was about a half hour in, 45 minutes into doing this project, and found out, you know, all my footage was basically broken up, and it was a hassle trying to press. Is it recording? Just as I thought things were all set, now I'm gonna have to turn off the voice controls for the GoPro, because I just said recording and it did it again. Do not say, or it will stop. So I gotta turn those settings off now. Learning process. Also was playing with the app here. Ooh, so I said app and it threw me off of there too. So I just turned voice record off completely. So hopefully everything's addressed. Let me get back to it. Let me unwire this, take that apart, and show you guys how I wired that, like the actual wiring part, and then I'll insert this small footage into the video. Thank you again for being patient with me. And okay, so what's going on here? So remember the daisy chain I was telling you about? So we have the power wire coming in here, okay, or the cord, and so here goes the hot wire. And typically the hot wire will always go to the gold. I don't know if you could see on this camera, but there's a gold screw and then a silver screw. So basically the black or the hot wire always goes to the hot side, and then the white wire, the neutral wire, will go to the silver screw. It's also, it'll show you too on the back, like this one will say hot here and white right there, so it tells you the neutral wire. So here's what's going on. We have a wire coming in through the wall and out into this outlet. So this wire is going to feed power to this outlet, and then I don't know if you guys can notice here, but there's two ways you could plug, or you know, there's enough room for two wires. So this is one in, and then this one's going out to feed this one, and then this wire right here, this white one, the neutral wire, is going in and it's coming out to feed this one. So basically I just got a small piece of wire right here, and I'm kind of upset that I lost the footage from yesterday, because I showed my wire cutters and how to actually cut this casing nice and smooth. They have wire cutters or wire strippers that will strip the casing off, makes it really easy. And you know, they got tools for everything, because you don't really want to cut this with I mean, you can, but you don't want to cut this with razors and, you know, mess up the coating or, you know, the plastic sleeving on the other wires and damage them. Now what is this? This is basically a newer version of the screw cap, you know, the little screws that, you know, you put two wires together. So I need to ground this outlet and I need to ground this outlet. So in order to do that, I took the ground wire, put it into this splitter right here, and then had a spare piece of wire. I cut that and took out the ground wires on those, and then I also ran one here and one to the other outlet. So basically that's how it goes to the splitter, and then this accommodates up to 4 wires, and then from the splitter, or you know, basically like a screw cap, from here to this outlet and this outlet. So now both of these are grounded. Now this just is push. You push it in and it locks it in. It won't, like I'm tugging on that right now, and it won't come out. So That's basically what that is, like the little screw cap. So here's what's going on here. We wire coming through the wall to this outlet, hot and neutral, and then it jumps over to this outlet, hot, neutral. It's that simple. There's no power running to these right now because I shut the power off. And then after you do that, you basically screw these in place. You know, put them in there. And let's put these back in place. I'm really upset that, you know, my camera was acting like that, but you live and you learn. And what you gonna do? So and now this one. Yeah, my camera yesterday, and just tighten these. You don't want to go crazy with tightening these. You gotta be super tight. I got my drill setting on 1 because these screws are soft metals and they will strip really easy. And kind of push these in place like that. Hold them in place and finish tightening. Okay, there's that, and then put our faceplate on. It's nylon, so it'll bend a little. The other one they have, it's not preferred, is they have all types of these. They have wood ones that you could paint. They have nylon. They have regular hard plastic. If you don't get the nylon one and you go right here and it's recessed a little bit or something, like I was telling you before, these tend to break. So nylon's a little bit more expensive, but well worth it in my eyes. So let's get these plates on there. Okay, get the plate on there. This is garbage. And I'll need a flathead for this. Now let me see if I need to make any adjustments. Looks like that'll work well after I clean everything up. I'm not gonna get too picky about it, but you remember how that end right here, that it right here, see that right there? I can tell right here, but for this video's sake, I might fix it later, but I'm going to show you for video's sake. This goes right here. You could see how this outlet is kind of, so in that case right here, I could put like a spacer right here, something to get this flush like the rest. Or I could, you know, loosen it a little bit and bring it out some and have this plate on there. But for video's sake, I'm okay with that. Put this on there just like this. Okay. Not super crazy tight. It's just tight, but you could kind of see where it starts flexing with the nylon. Again, this is another, this right here, this part is where it's recessed, and you'll see what I'm saying if you like crank it down too much, and then the other ones will break. But watch, slowly it'll start bending. This one ain't too bad actually. Can't even really tell once I tightened it. Same here. Okay. Now notice me, I don't know, just a pet peeve of mine, all my screws are up and down. Kind of have them uniform, up and down, all the slots are up and down. Just a little pet peeve of mine. Got that from my cousin Tammy. Okay. And there you go. I should have power to all of these. Let's give it a test. Now this is, in this case right here, you would turn the breaker back on these should have power. In my case, it's connected to that GFI switch, so I'm just gonna hit the switch with the reset button. And they should have power now. Let's give it a test. And see. That was a little GFI tester. And it's good. See, yellow, yellow means it's correct. On the diaphragm right here, yellow, yellow, and it is correct. These are also GFI protected, yellow, orange, orange, and that is correct. And that's it. Now it's time to, I did a double video so you guys can see it's all working. If the bottom works, the top's gonna work. But you can see right there. Let's give it a try with a USB-C. USB-C right here. That's reversible, by the way. And let me find my phone. Okay, phone right here. Now, let's see if it works. Looks like it works. How about the other one? Now the question is, how fast, how well? Thank you for watching. I know it was a long, drawn out video, but hopefully you learned something. Also, I don't want to think I know it all. I'm not a certified electrician, so do this at your own risk. If you feel I could have done it better, I'm always open ears. I'm, not a negative person at all. So if I can do something better, I'd like to learn. I'd like to teach what I know and expand on it. So the criticism is welcome. I'm open ears, and hopefully you learn something. If you need any help or you have questions, please feel free to ask me. I will do my best to reply and answer any questions you may have. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.